Physical and virtual platforms, we empower our nation's warriors and continue the battle against veteran suicide to ensure a smooth transition for veterans into civilian life while preserving the camaraderie they cherished during their service. Through diverse events, social and virtual gatherings, we provide connections, resources, benefits, and education.
Got one.
And as I've
Strong bodies harbor resilient minds. Your support unleashes the true potential of these national heroes. Stand with us in nurturing success and creating a positive environment for mental and physical health alike.
What's going on, y'all? Give me a second here.
My Veteran Passion is a 501c3 federally recognized nonprofit designed to help the community's mental health through physical fitness and virtual gatherings to aid veterans in transition to their local communities and prevent veteran suicide. The views expressed by individuals are individual ideas. MVP does not condone the use of sexist, racist, or discriminatory statements or remarks. This is an adult conversation.
What's going on, y'all? Sorry. Thank you very much for being here. Give me a tick, 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 freaking tick, tick, tick. I am messing things up over here, here. Man, you go for a couple days without streaming and you forget what you're doing over here. Jesus. Banca, how's it going?
Good morning, Doc.
¿Cómo están? How's everyone doing?
Doc, I just got done throwing up, so if I have to leave during the morning mix, I'm sorry.
Ooh, what happened?
I projectile
He's
vomited
sick.
everywhere. That's why I had to be right back. I felt it like brewing. You know when your mouth starts like getting like the feeling.
Yeah, the
Salivating.
mouth watering.
The mouth watery. I was like, something's wrong here. So I went to the other room and just unleashed, dude.
Oh,
It's bad.
damn, homie.
Just
The other
eat some
room. I hope
crackers
there was
or
a
a
sink
piece of
or
toast.
something.
There was a sink, yeah.
Damn, bro. Well, I hope you feel better. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jay.
I
Like,
told you I always feel sick when I wake up in the morning. Like I always feel nauseous.
that's interesting. I've heard other friends tell me the same thing, but what would it be derived from? Oh, happy Friday, y'all! Fun Fact Friday. Here we are, right?
Fun Fact Friday.
Hey, Gamers Forte, thank you for that lurk. Appreciate you. Thank you everyone for being here.
Did we already start the stream?
We just started the stream. See,
So nice.
It's got to be food poisoning.
what'd you eat last
I
night?
don't know what it was, man.
Well, you know what it was with Bat? Bat had the same issue and he couldn't figure it out, and it turned out that it was nicotine poisoning because of how much he was using the vapes he wasn't used to.
Well, I had just woken up.
I mean, it could be.
Like I barely even. I took like 2 puffs of my nicotine vape. Like, that's pretty normal. I didn't overdo it. I don't know.
But on an empty
Maybe-
stomach, you know, like how things hit you harder in the morning.
Maybe, I don't know.
It could be.
Carito.
Have you tried like, hey, come on, come say hi to. Oh my God!
Imagine being
You're muted.
Huge. Imagine being muted, Carito.
How's the shirt?
That's adorable.
Really?
I love it.
It's not too see-through? I feel like it's a little bit see-through and I'm scared.
You're fine.
No, it's perfect.
Okay. You guys, come. Okay, we have 2 minutes. Can I take the space for a little bit? It's because I'm really nervous.
Michelle.
Okay. I have a really big meeting today, and I'm on my way over there, and I'm really proud of myself, and I hope that everything's going to go really, really good. Everything's in my favor, blah, 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 all that stuff. I just cannot help feeling stupid Nervous.
Can we ask what the
No,
meeting's about?
Carito, we're so proud of you. You're gonna do great, dude. Whatever meeting it is, you are gonna do amazing.
Thank you, thank you. So it's I'm making a presentation for contractors. So basically, how I'm doing is bringing in resources for the blue collar, like construction industry. That's it. So I'm not offering anything else other than bringing services. So I collected a lot of information that, just like the signs of depression, symptoms of suicidal, blah, blah, hotlines, free treatments,
MVP.
just and stuff like that. So I'm bringing information into entering them into construction sites. They have a meeting every week for foremen. So the idea is to target each of these job sites so that all the leaders, foremen, and superintendents have this information available and they can offer it or have it available also for the rest of their crew. And it is very simple. It's very easy. It looks like it just has not been done, and so we're taking care of that now, and I have really supportive people. I'm just nervous.
Did you eat something this morning?
I haven't eaten shit. I
Okay,
went to the gym though.
that's
I went to the
good.
gym
That's
to
good.
get rid of it, and I
You had
actually
a what?
slept really well too.
You had a what?
So yeah. Okay, thank you, you guys. So how
No
are you guys?
problem. Good, good. Some of the things that I would tell you is, has Jade done before, do those breathing techniques really quick. And since it's such a sensitive topic, I would say start with a fun fact Friday or maybe just a little icebreaker.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah. It's a sensitive topic, a lot of men don't like to talk about this. You also think about um your
Yeah, because I
audience.
have a list of icebreakers. It's just like little questions and stuff. But you're right. It's just a fun fact Friday. It's just easy. Anyone can do it, and everybody likes it. Tienes razón.
Yeah. And
So if
again,
MVP can provide me with pamphlets and stuff so that I can distribute that too, that'd be great.
awesomeness. Yeah. But little things like that or something that helps you feel more comfortable with them. Because like I said, if this is something that was recent in their lives or something that happened, it could be a little bit hard for them to engage with you. I mean, I'm sure you have great ways to engage with them and you'll get their attention. Just, from one guy that has had issues like that and to talk about it's a little hard because you know, that's
Hmm.
mostly, you know, I said mostly, not all. Most military are men, just like most of the people you're gonna go see are men. What's the statistic on how many men to women ratio at your job?
Oof, my God, in construction field, over 4-1. My God. Way. I mean, sorry, the statistics for suicidal rates, but
Oh
all I learned is it's 4-1 in women. As for construction, that's a really good question.
no,
So
like
that's
what's the ratio of men to women in the construction site?
oh my God, honestly, probably 100-1.
Yeah,
That's
no,
just off the top of my
yeah.
head with the experience that I've had at job sites, which is the idea. Today
Mm-hmm.
I'm meeting with the like head of
Mm-hmm.
the contractors,
Yeah.
the head of safety, because I don't want to do a testimony about me because I'm a female. I am fully aware of all of that. So I'm a female. I'm not gonna make it about me. I'm not gonna share a story of me. Basically, just coming and sharing resources and have them go at it to have conversations. They're the ones that have experience with men. They're the ones that have experience, pulling all these meetings. They're just opening the space for me to bring this to them, and they want to adopt it so that they can take it to their team.
Mm-hmm. Right on. That's so awesome. I'm happy that you're doing that for the people here at not only your job but in your community. It strides from where you were 10 years ago per se.
Yes. Yeah, and I had a mock up this Wednesday, a mock up meet. Well, it was a real meeting, but I tried it as suppose it was like my mock up, even though we've had, things like that. Pero
Yeah.
I had a really good meeting. I had 18 people,
Uh huh.
and they took it really good. And Jers, we did the breathing technique, the 4 counts, the box breathing. We did that,
Nice.
and it was nice. It was really good. So see you guys.
That could be also a good icebreaker, like to do that breathing, you know? That could be a really good icebreaker.
Yes. Kirokis.
Yeah,
Thank you
but
guys.
yeah, no problem. Thank you for sharing. Really appreciate it because it shows the impact that we're doing in the commit mean. Obviously, like this wasn't 3 years ago. I don't know how this was in your priority list, and now you have a job doing this as a priority. So thank you for that. I'm sure it's changed your life too.
Man, you guys like MVP when this happened. Just a little filler from the background. So one of our superintendents, like with the biggest contractors that we have in town too, committed suicide in November. So that we were all like, we got to make something good about this, something good about this. And what I would they would share with me things that even from their HR or things that they're doing, how they were affected, they speak through it or things like that. And also, I'm always constantly sharing about MVP and just like little techniques or things that got us through, like I think we were like full throttle in el with the strength and honor with the push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
And during, I think around January, like a lot of the vendors and contractors, they all participated because they were all, this news impacted so many. And
Yeah.
so now we're turning it into this. Y definitivamente, and I've mentioned a little bit to you, before, because it started with just speaking. It started with just a little group of us, sort of like supporting it, not supporting each other, but sharing with each other, checking up on each other. And these are things, learned through it. Of course, like therapy and all that stuff, pero it's what MVP promotes. It's what, at least for me, has helped me like over and over, and all the morning mixes and the things that we participated in, things I pick up and we share with the rest of the community, right? That's what we all do with my kids and blah, blah. And it's been also very helpful in my job. And I'm so glad that, I've been applying a lot of the skills learned from MVP into every aspect of my life, not just, personally, but even at work. So you guys do, we MVP
There we go.
influence a lot more than we think.
Yeah, absolutely, and then the impact that you're gonna be making in the community is gonna be huge. Thank you for taking up arms per se, and changing that statistic because suicide is not just that hits veterans. Like that's the 10th largest killer in the nation. Again, go check it out. Prove me wrong. I would love to hear that. Last time I looked at that statistic. That's what it was. And this Friday, as we talk about Fun Friday and Fun Fact Friday, and we did have Memorial Weekend just recently passed, Memorial Day as well. One of the things that we have to talk about is, reflection and how we're going to commit to continue to honor those people and, just particular ways that as veterans we honor, whether it be a positive or a negative way, or how we reflect on what we did, who we are, where we're going, where we're going to be. Those are all reflections when we transition, not only for veterans, but when someone comes out of college, someone goes from high school, someone moves from one city to another. Those are all transitional points and periods of everyone's life. So at that point, how do you, give me an example of how you reflect on things, or like what is a commitment that you have to someone that has gone, or a commitment to yourself? I mean, it sounds like Carito has a commitment to the community where, you can find a sense of that purpose. And now you're creating a bigger purpose of people to make them aware of like, hey, whether you're at work or at home, this hits everyone. And you're going as service oriented, resource oriented. Like you said, you're just there to show them the resources. You're not there to give them anything other than, hey, here's the water. If you want to drink, we're all drinking over here. You know what I mean? And yeah, with MVP, we've part of it, whether we like it or not, it's personal growth, and it gets uncomfortable in here. And sometimes people, you know, some people can't take it. Some people leave the Discord. Some people feel this way. Some people say it's not for whatever it is. We're making the Discord or MVP a way where anyone can be here without feeling that way. And that personal growth, whether it be pursuing education, whether it be projects like Carito's doing, streaming the 24 for 22, you know, that's huge because people go from the 24 for 22 from not being affiliated to affiliated. That's technically a job. Now you're getting paid to do this, you know, that's huge. You start finding a little bit more pursuit of whatever your purpose is. Not saying that streaming is your purpose, but it's a hobby that you turn to something of a monetary reciprocation for your time. That's huge. But sometimes we don't see it that way, you know? So another way here with MVP that we do is like we work out, push-ups, you know, we do challenges, we do walk it out Wednesday, you know, we work out on certain days, you know. I encourage Jay to do to work out. Now I can't because I have a broken leg. But you know, we have a commitment to our health.
Get hand bites.
Roger that. You know, I got some 30s here. I'll probably do some biceps and triceps, you know, and whatever it is to continue a regime or a type of therapy for you that continues with a schedule. Even though this happened to me, I have to remodel my schedule, but I have to continue the schedule because if I don't continue a schedule, I'm lost, you know, and a lot of people need that. People need someone to tell them, hey, this is what we're doing. Okay, roger that. I'll be there. I'll give it my best, but I just need to, you know how to get there. And eventually, as we continue doing this, people start taking their own initiative and doing things like, oh, I have to sign up for college. This is my third semester. You know, not someone's not telling you anymore. Now you're taking it by your own and taking these actions. Sometimes people don't teach us how to grow. Sometimes we have to look for that. This is part of what we do, you know. We try to give ourselves some commitment. That way we can have context in our lives. What is some type of commitment of, I don't know, personal growth, health, or a communal approach that you guys seen in every single one of you? Jade says, see, my week's commitment hit 3 goals of streams. There we go. She's watching. So cool. 3 times. That's a commitment. Absolutely. Being here in the morning mix, being at the Salty Sailor Talk, walk it out Wednesday. They're all commitments that we were asking of everyone to do here. I know sometimes it hurts. Sometimes you don't want to do it. But as long as we do it all together, wow, Miss Plum, thank you very much. 39 months. What an amazing. I swear, I didn't take your sweater. I'm joking.
I left it at the Airbnb
Oh.
downstairs. I wasn't going to ask you to call
I
downstairs.
did. I went downstairs. Promise.
It was on a chair that I 100% know it was blended in with. 100%. I know 100% know where it is. It's fine. I'll get it back. Or it's fine anyway. It's not big deal. I don't think he stole my sweater. I would say that one of the things that I've really recommitted to, and you know what? I think this is okay to say, taking care of myself first and making sure that my priorities and my goals are being met. I can't help meet other people's priorities and goals or do those things and shortchange myself. That's just not going to happen anymore. I'm going to take care of what I need to take care of, and what else gets taken care of is what gets taken care of. But recommitting to myself and making sure that I'm hitting the marks that are also going to make me happy long term.
I love that. A lot of people need to hear that. Sometimes we don't make ourselves the priority. We make other people the priority. Sometimes we do it because we don't want to heal ourselves. You know, it's hard to hear. It's a hard pill, right? But sometimes, like, we have to take ourselves first before anyone else. I mean, if you can't help yourself, who are you going to go help? You know, yes, there's always people above you that you can do better, and there's always people under you that you could always help. But if you're going to be stagnant and helping people out in that reaction, how many people you think are going to help you back as you want to be helped? Because once you expect something back, you're not doing it because you want to help. You're doing it because you want reciprocation.
You know, 50 Cent said it best. Everyone calls you when you don't need anything. The minute you need something, nobody picks up the phone. So just act like you always don't need something and take care of yourself first.
G unit.
Oh, I like what you just said. Plum. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, but it's true, you know, and that's the beauty of it, because sometimes we have to hear it first before we say that, you know. We're always, at times, we find ourselves helping other people because we feel like they need the help, and then when you expect it, then it's hard. But at the same time, we need to take care of ourselves first, you know, like. And I'm saying it because I need to take a page on that one, you know.
I know you do. I
Uh,
know we're a lot alike in that aspect. But I mean, the thing is, like, for me, it's a unique situation. I think for you too, because truly, whenever I help something or do something, I never have any expectation of anything in return. My job, what I do, is I do it because I like to help people and I genuinely like to be helpful. That's the reward I get from it. That's the dopamine I get just being able to help somebody. Nothing else in return. I don't ever have any expectations. The minute you have expectations is the minute you set yourself up for failure.
yeah, and I think like in the military, we were always taught that like, all right, we're gonna go do this because one day we're gonna ask something in return, and we expect reciprocation. I think in a lot of the military, we did that, and I think a lot of us like reciprocated. And now that we're out here and we expect the same from other people, and there's no either repercussions or reciprocation because of the other person doesn't want to, we're like, what? I'm appalled. And we get emotional about it. Like we get a reaction. I think we need to let that go. That's huge. It's something that um what last year myself, I was like, yo, I'm expecting this from people. That's my problem. There's no one else's. You know, and
I want to be clear. I have expectations of people. I still expect you to act right. I still expect you to give me the things that I need to make this friendship work or this relationship work because I'm also going to be giving you those things too. So you can still have expectations, but healthy expectations.
and let me say something really quick too on that. People are going to cross paths. That doesn't mean they're all on the same path. We're not all thinking alike. We're not. But understand what values and morals you can align with that person in order to, you know, have that relationship. You know, I almost want to use the word tolerate, but it has a negative connotation. But in order for you guys to like be within the same waters per se, or be in the same table to eat, if that makes a lot more sense to people, because we always use the, you know, choose those people you want to eat with. um I think that we all can eat around each other, but we can all have different tables. Sometimes you can get up and go to another table. Sometimes it's fine. You know, that's a part of being communal and being versatile. If we're all stuck on the same road and no, I don't want anything but chicken and rice, and that's how I want chicken and rice. Yo, you're not gonna understand what, you know, tuna tastes like. You're not gonna understand what a steak tastes like. You know, so
Yo, why are you even going to make those two references? You know I'm holding back so much right now.
Leaky, what's up, Leaky? We're not gonna forget about you, my man. Yeah, no, but having that commitment to the community, you know, gives us a new sense of purpose in volunteering. Those that volunteer with MVP and are helping us, you know, show what we do here with mental health, how we bring awareness to veteran suicide, how we can we're trying to prevent that, how the means that we have here, the good people that are streaming here, like that's all the volunteer work that we're all committing to our community throughout the nation, throughout the world. I mean, we got people throughout the world here. You know, we're not just national, but because this is a world problem. Um, and that's why we try to do it with like fun stuff, funny stuff, because yeah, this is a hard topic. No one wants to talk about it. You know, it's hard to talk about it. A lot of emotions come with it. So, how do you start a conversation about reflection of your past so how you can continue your commitment on yourself or in growth for the future, whether it be your personal growth. Well, health is personal growth too. Your physical fitness and or your community. Again, this is not a question for you to answer. And if you can, that'd be awesome. Just spitballing like that. But it's something to internalize for sure. You know, here comes the weekend. I'm sure we can all denote certain things that, hey, maybe I can tweak this, and by Monday, we can start changing a thing or two. It could be like drinking a glass of water when you wake up in the mornings. Small as that. Instead of, I don't know, doing something else like that could be another way of us in our lifestyles. I say that because after my trip, I got home and wow, I was dehydrated. The traveling, like Banca, you cursed me. I was in the tarmac for like 2 hours just sitting there in Denver because I couldn't leave, like Banca did.
Hey, don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Hey, at what time did you get home actually then?
Um, I landed like at noon in Harlingen, an hour away from my house. I had some friends
Mm-hmm.
road trip to go get me so we can brunch and stuff.
Ha ha ha, Miss Jade. Ha ha. Not when I fell or when I traveled. Both. When I fell, it was sharp pain. It felt like fire. When I traveled, it was just the bumps. And then so I had to go through security twice. There was an item in my bag. They're like, you can't get through that. You got to put it in your bag. All right, cool. I said, can I mail it? They're like, yeah, but you still have to go. All right. So after I went through, you know, TSA or whatever, I go back. The same lady that's been doing all this for me and all that, right? I come back. They put me through security again. And I said, yeah, I've been monitored. Like, why? But that's fine. Whatever. I'll do it again. Here go a little bit of pain. Blah, 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 blah. They check my boot. It popped positive for explosives. It's like, what the? I just.
What the fuck?
I get pulled out every single time from line and I get swabbed. And it's something to do with I've asked finally like the third time. I'm like, "Yo, what are you guys swabbing on me?" I get pulled off every time. She said it's probably if you put on like cologne or perfume, it has glycerin in it. That's what it is. Any lotion, stuff like that. That's what she
The
said.
dude grabbed the magic wand that he had and used and put it through my boot. The first time it was fine. He came through the second time. He's like, "Bro, you just went through. Like, what'd you do?" I said, "Nothing. I did nothing. They've been watching." And literally there, they took my boot off and everything. They patted me down. I was like, "Whatever, bro. Let's just get it over with." But yeah, after that, um, landed. Hola, Bex. Nice to see you. Long time no see.
It's
I know.
so
Sorry.
hilarious. Sorry. You're like, I literally have gotten blown up so many times just so you guys can freely do this. And like you really really this is not how this is gonna work.
And good looking out to Bonka and Miss Jade for telling me to call TSA ahead in advance. They did nothing, even though I said my information's there. I put it through. Like, I don't know. They were still very kind. They did help me out a lot. It would suck if I had to go through crutches. I was in Denver. I landed in C-27 and my flight was in no C-23 and my flight was in C-67. I was like, there ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm making it. But they got me a little truck and beep beep and they took me over there. So that was that was the perks of it. Like at the airport, they just wheeled me places. That was fun. And I was the first one at the air and getting in the plane at times. I was like the third or fourth, but um, yeah, that was fun. You got to see the silver lining in life, right? Like
He didn't die.
the motto of this past trip, don't quote me. This is my opinion. It could have been worse.
It could have been worse. That is the motto that we came away with for Louisville.
It could
It
have
could have been
been
worse.
I mean, at one point,
Oh.
Jade and I were contemplating getting out of the vehicle and sheltering under a bridge with a homeless man and his dog. But yeah, totally could have been worse.
Oh yeah.
It could have been worse. I
Oh.
could have landed in Dallas during the tornado.
Yeah.
It could have been worse.
Bro, if we go to Florida next year and there's a hurricane, we need to have a real conversation.
Who's making
Well,
these?
hurricane season starts June. It starts in June. So as long as we're still doing this in May,
Knock on
we
wood.
should be fine. Assuming
Like,
the
oh my
weather
God, a
pays attention to the assuming the weather pays attention to the month.
They're gonna be like, it's a freak weather phenomenon we've never
Yeah,
seen before.
it's
A
never
hurricane
happened.
in May.
Jay, I need you to speak to your bearded Poseidon friends and say, none of that.
No, for my trip it was good. Like my delay, I tend to wake up when things get crazy instead of shut down. And so, like, when I was stuck on the tarmac and we couldn't get a gate, like, there was this 19-year-old girl who had the middle seat next to me, and she was flying to Mexico City, and all of her stuff was like delayed and everything too. And she was leaving the country. So I like really focused in on her and I helped her. And then when I got off the plane, like the line for customer service for delays and cancellations and all that was like I swear it was like 10 to fucking 13 gates long. Like it was
Jeez.
a long ass line. And they weren't letting anybody like they're like if you leave and you try to come back in like that's on you like but you're not going to get help over the phone. And I was like fuck I'm not going to get help over the phone so I called them and I fucking played that bleeding heart. I did what Doc said. Like I am a disabled veteran. I have PTSD and severe anxiety, and I cannot. Like I need help now. And
It
so
is
they
what it
did help
is.
me. And then the two guys behind me heard me like what I was saying. So they called customer service, and then they told the people behind them. So it kind of trickled down behind me, and people could call.
Sometimes you have to be
Uh,
that leader because sometimes everyone's thinking it and no one's doing it.
yeah. So I really I focused in on that and I don't like to be a burden because I do have family and I do have a lot of friends in Dallas, but I'm not that person who's going to be like, guys, I need help. Like, no, I got my flight rescheduled, I got my hotel booked. And then once everything was done, I was like, oh, I got friends here. Like, maybe I should, like, cause I got to my hotel room and I was like so overstimulated. Like, and I was like, I'm not going to do this because if I shut down right now, it's going to be harder to get up in the morning and do what I need to do in the morning. I was like, I can't afford to shut down in a hotel room in Dallas. So I was like, I need to get up. I need to go out. I need to do a social thing. And I called my buddy who moved over there. And I was like, hey, like, what are you doing? Let's meet up. Like, I haven't seen you because you haven't been home in a while. And he did. He's like, okay, let me pick you up. Let's go to dinner. And then I was like, well, I'm in Dallas. Let's all see who's in Dallas. So I put it in Discord. Like, if you want to meet me, Bonka's here. And Leaky showed up. So
Yeah,
I got to meet Leaky.
Leaky!
And yeah, I took everything bad that was happening on the way home and I figured out a way to make it positive.
Damn, Bonquita, you're so good at taking care of yourself. The way that you just, said how you played it all out, how you organized, and no mas, but what a badass. I like how good you take care of yourself. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
it's awesome that you could meet Leaky. You know, it's another great example of what we're doing here with MVP. You know, anywhere in the nation, just put it there. Hey, I'm here. What's going on? You never know. I mean, when we were creating or we were doing this trip to Florida, I didn't know there were so many MVP members from Florida. And they're like, what? I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida. It's so cool now. Like, I'm excited. Pun intended. Who do you think? Who are you talking about, Doc? No, but it's amazing to have that camaraderie again. It's amazing to have that availability that like at any point, boom. I mean, when this thing happened to me in Louisville, like I was embarrassed to tell Fat Boy like because they were driving for so long. I didn't want to burden them. They've been driving, so I was like, no thanks. And then I told him I felt bad because he wanted to take me to the hospital. I was like, no, I'll Uber it. But coming back out of the hospital because he wanted to stay, and I'm like, no, bro, go home. Like he just drove for this long, go to sleep. Obviously, he didn't. He was waiting, and I just called an Uber because I didn't want to bother him, and it bothered him that I called an Uber. You know, I never thought about it that way. I never thought because if Jay was hurt, he'd call an Uber to my house, and he was in Tucson. I'd be upset. Like, what the fuck? Why didn't you call me? I never saw it that way. I just like Monk. I didn't want to be a burden. That's the way I see it too. But we all manifest our independence differently. We just need to know when to ask for help. I don't know. What's the time that you think that you needed help? I mean, people have asked for help there here in MVP with in the benefits side, or hey, do you guys know anything about this or that? And Nick's been awesome. Promotine people have just voiced their opinion there because hey, I use or this resource, or I call this number. It might work for you. That's better than what we had before. Before we didn't even know where to turn. And so it's different. Miss Pooh,
Sorry.
how are you?
Good. Sorry, I was in a match. It took me almost 2 hours.
And so good. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
How was it?
I did everything I wanted to do. I
Ooh.
was left alone. Left alone to do what I wanted.
To play StarCraft.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Banana bread.
Hell yeah. Banana bread, bro.
Did you see Bath banana bread this morning?
No, I didn't. I saw he tagged me on it.
He tagged you in it. No, he saw banana bread. He got tagged on it.
Jade Wayne says you didn't even tell us until we saw you, but I was the same way with my gallbladder. I took a lift to the VAER, and I was at the conference with first responders. Damn.
We wake up. I wake up and I'm like, "Is that Doc's voice?" I'm like, "When did you go get Doc?" He's like, "I didn't. He Ubered back." I was like, "What?"
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't want to.
You're muted?
Huh?
Were you talking?
We
Yeah.
didn't hear you.
It didn't pick you up at all.
Oh, snappage. I don't know. I just didn't. I don't have a good answer. Like just don't want to bother anyone.
He's stubborn. That's his answer.
Well, yeah, a little bit of that, but hey, I do ask. I'm learning how to ask for help. Because do I want help for everything? Yeah, I want help for everything. I want someone to do something. I mean, but at the same time, I understand that that's not the way. That we have to learn how to do things. We are adults. We need to learn how to do stuff. Sometimes we need an example, or sometimes we need a little bit of a scolding, whatever, whatever is going to get the message across. And first, start with the soft part, and that's how Fat Boy started it, just being kind, like, come on, bro, like, and then he's like, don't be an asshole, just let me pick you up. Ask, it's okay. I'm worried about you. I love you, bro. And I hit hard because I was like, now I feel bad because I made someone feel bad because I should have contacted them. How would I feel if Fat Boy had a problem in the same city and he's like, nah, man, I got it. Like, bro, I was 5 minutes out. Like, I got two hands. I used to have two good feet. Now just one. So now it's a little harder, but I don't know. Jay, how do you ask for help yourself?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Or Jade?
You, both of you.
Oh.
Jade might be at work, though. I'm not sure.
Nope.
So, for me,
how do you know when to ask for help?
I'm not the best at asking for help myself. I usually try to figure it out on my own first. And if I can't, if I'm failing at that, and I feel like I need assistance, then I'll ask for it. Like an easy example is in Destiny 2, there is this one guy that I couldn't beat, and I tried it like maybe 20, 30 times, couldn't do it. One day Vop was like, "Let's play some Destiny together." And I was like, "Vop, can you help me out taking down this guy?" Vop was like, "Sure." And we did it. So, but that's how I am. Is I'm a little bit more stubborn. So so I will go and try and try and try, and sometimes I will spin my wheels, and at that point when I feel like I'm spinning my wheels, I know I need to ask for help.
Um, Miss Jade says she's very independent herself. She doesn't often ask for help. I mean, neither do
This
I.
is true. Jade, Jade came to our Airbnb one night after I don't know what day it was. I don't know what we had done, but she came and she kind of hung out for a little bit. I think it was like after the first meeting or whatever. We scooted back because she forgot something at the Airbnb, and she wanted to be Miss Independent and scooted her way back to her hotel from our Airbnb, and it was already dark out, and I did not. Maybe it was my trauma. Who knows? I could not inside me let her scooty back by herself in the dark, and I was like, guys, um, we're gonna scooty back with her. And so we did. We scooted her back to her hotel, and then we scooted back to our Airbnb.
Went
And
to a
it
whole
turned into
fight.
an
Yeah.
adventure because Bat Scooty died along the way, and there was fireworks and stuff. And
And someone didn't see a stop or
adventure.
something like that. I
But
don't
you know what? You know
know.
what? I'm glad that we were able to scooty her back.
That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Scooty, Scooty.
It's such a good time. Um, I think, and I say this because I said it before, was that I think the loneliest I've ever felt was in college. Because I was used to being a unit, or I knew where to go to ask, and then basically tell me what to do or something, and then I try to figure it out along the way, and everything worked well. Over here, they're like, "Hey, here's the program. Sign up. I think this. I think these are the classes you might need." Like, what the like? So it might not. No, well, you have an option. Why do I have an option? Like, next thing you know, I was taking 21 credits my first semester and honors. It's like, what? That was a tough one. I went from um I was in a community college. I went from a 4.0 to like a what just happened. I kept like a 3.5 that semester, but man, like I felt the loneliest, most taxed in college. So from there, I learned Google was my best friend, and now ChatGPT is being my best friend. You know what I mean? And there's gonna be some tools along the way that I've learned how to utilize to not need help. I mean, physically, definitely needed help. I'm an idiot for not
I think
asking for
that's
it.
just being resourceful. You're just being resourceful.
Bunka, don't encourage bad behavior.
That's not bad behavior. I think it's important for people like problem solvers, but problem solvers are the most resourceful fucking people, and I think that's important.
I think that we all should be problem solvers, but we're all problem solvers in our own different way. Sometimes people, unfortunately, need the kind of repercussion, and they can't prevent it, and some people can prevent something bad happening. You know what I mean? Some
Yeah,
people,
I think there's a difference between that and like feeling like a burden, though, right? Like that's a difference.
you're asking as a assertion of like, you understand this though, right? Like, you
No, 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 no,
realize
no,
this,
no. I'm
right?
genuinely asking what your opinion is. But like, wouldn't we say that's the difference between like being a problem solver and
Yeah.
then feeling like a burden? There's a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Because people are more likely to help you while you're doing that problem solving, whereas to like just stay with the problem. And I'm more than wanting, if people see me help myself, for them to help offer the help instead of me asking for the help. I think that's my mentality a little bit, like I guess it's a
Yeah.
farm mentality because my grandpa always like when something would happen, it's like, no, you do it. People stop to help you. You see if you want help, and most of the times it was like ranchers around us, so we'd always get the help, whether it was a pop tire on the bicycle or on the truck, whatever it was. I was so used to like people offering help. Whereas like now that I've dealt with a lot of people across the nation and the world, it's not like that. That mentality doesn't exist everywhere. Exists in some places, but not everywhere. Um, and I think it's like almost a to me because I come from a small town, a small town. I that people reference it too as a small town mentality, in a good way, in a bad way. You know, having that helping hand. You hear country songs of like giving the shirt to a person in need or something like that. I grew up that way, just in a Hispanic form of help in that regard. But that's why I think I don't expect help or I don't like to ask for help because I prefer when people offer the help. So when Fat Boy offered to take me um, to the hospital, I was like, I'll take it. It's just I didn't want to burden him to stay at the hospital knowing that you guys drove 12 hours plus, and now we're dealing with something else, and now I'm hurt, and now he has to wait, and now he has to drive me back. Like, to me, that much was a burden. But that
Yeah, but you
doesn't,
hurt his feelings.
but that doesn't change the fact that I should have at least called or asked for something before that. That should have been something I should have reciprocated because he showed support. I should have reciprocated by, you know, saying what's up, giving him a sit rip. So that was on me, you know. But yeah, you're right. I care about Fat Boy's feelings every now and then. No, but
Sometimes when it comes
Hmm.
to emotions, it's very difficult to be proactive rather than reactive, you know?
Oh, that's the truth.
So, so kind of um piggybacking off a little Docky Doc here, his favorite thing to interject is genders. So, when it comes to societal norms, men are less likely to say that they need help as opposed to women, right? Because women are categorized as emotional because we tend to speak up about our feelings and stuff like that. It's more widely accepted, whereas men are less likely because you're looked at as if you're not manly enough when you do talk about your feelings. So I think one of the best ways to be more, I would say this is more a reactive approach, is being that person to be like, hey, how you feeling today? Doing that check-in, because you'll slowly get that person to start like trusting more and more people, and seeing that not everyone is going to judge you based on how you feel. So I think that helping set that change and being the change you want to see so that people come to you as well, because it is hard to sometimes admit when something's not going right. Sometimes it helps having somebody go like, hey man, you're right, you seem a little different. It helps. So anyways.
I saw such a funny meme. It said, "Make sure you check on your friends." And there's a guy sending a message. "What's up, dude? How you? Are you okay?" And the guy goes, and the next message goes, "Hell nah." And his guy's next response, "Okay, just checking." That's it. That was it. Sometimes that's what it is, but sometimes that's all we need. Like now I'm doing good, but he's still there and he's checking. So that to us, it's a positive. So if you know of a friend, or something like that, yeah. Um, Sometimes that little message is all we need. Uh, yeah, and I let them help me, and I don't like being a burden. But okay, so what is a burden then?
All right, who's pulling up the definition right now?
Like in what context? Like
I think we
what's
should
a
just go
burden, a person or
Yeah,
burden. I think a burden can be anything at the end of the
it
day. A burden
can.
can be
yeah,
anything.
but in the context that we're talking about, in regards of an action to, like you said, being proactive to reactive.
It could be a
It's
burden when you are trying to be there for people and you bite off more than you can chew. So that comes down to making sure that you're not burnt out, like the topic for one of the weeks. Um, it's important to make sure like you're not doing more than you can handle emotionally as well. Make sure that while you're filling other people's cup, that someone's also filling yours, because it will become burdensome.
100%.
I think like the analogy of juggling, like we all have our balls that we're juggling, and we don't want to be an extra ball on somebody else's rotation so that they drop one of their balls that are important. Um,
I love that analogy. I fucking love that shit. That is exactly like if I could picture how I don't want to that Jade that analogy is perfect.
like
Yeah, that was really good.
we're all struggling with mental health, right? We don't want to drop a ball.
I'm perfect. I don't know what you're talking
And
about.
then shut
I said that.
I love you, bitch, but shut up. No, so like you're juggling your own balls and you don't want to be another ball in somebody else's when you know that they're struggling at times too. But like if you go, like I go to Ren Fair a lot, when two people are juggling, they can juggle 6 or 8 things where only one person can juggle 3 things. You know what I mean? So we do need to ask once in a while, but it does feel nice when you're like, no, I don't want to burden you, but then they're like, but I can help you and we can carry this burden or load together. So
Touch chow.
Wait, okay, so Jade, I love that. You know what? It made me think of something. Think about this. If someone asks you for help and you're able to help them, how good does that make you feel? You are depriving other people of that opportunity to have that same gratification of helping someone else.
right. So when I was like, I want to drive back by myself, and then Bonka was like, no, we'd love to drive back with you. I was like, sure, but I also was like, I know I'm tired. I don't want to burden them with having to leave the house again when we just got back to there.
Well, we loved it. We loved that
Yeah,
it
then they
added an
got
extra
fireworks to it.
adventure.
Like,
We got
yeah,
fireworks.
So next time somebody offers to help you, think to yourself, you know what? I'm going to make them happy and I'm going to let them help me.
right.
Yeah. And then on the
But
other
don't be
side of that,
selfish.
know the people, know your audience. You know what I'm saying? Like if you would have came to me and said, I'll ride back with you. If I tell you I want to ride alone, I want to ride alone. Not everybody's the same. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? To know who you're talking to.
I would have been fine alone or in a group because I'm by myself a lot. So I'm used to and I just would have scooted my ass right back to the hotel. Um, and no stops on the way. But like they were in a group, so they got to stop and watch the fireworks, and that was really cool. But I was like, I'm tired. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah, no, sometimes you do need that person to you know, sometimes have that opinion of like, maybe we should do it this way, even though, like you said, you could do it as an individual. Sometimes it's best to do it as a group, especially if we're all, you know, in a group. Um, that's pretty cool on their part for sure.
Yeah, I
What?
really appreciate that they were willing to do that.
Yeah, good thing Weller's here because we need that safety brief. I didn't get it I didn't get it on time for my trip last week, and you know how that goes.
Not.
I sent some message. I blame this on you.
We got the safety briefing, but it was after you'd already left.
But yeah, happy Friday, big doggy.
Oh yeah, just working.
Yeah. How's that? How's your book?
Uh, 10 pages from being done. I wanted
Get,
to save it for today.
give us a little synopsis of what you've seen so far.
Something positive for my Friday. So
Ooh.
I saved the last 10 pages so I can say I accomplished something before the weekend. It's merely 10 pages, but no, it's a good book. It's called Fire in the Hole by Bob Parsons. He was a Vietnam vet. He is the founder of GoDaddy.com. And yeah, just a very insightful book. It's pretty much a biography, but it also gives you insight on what you learn and what you can accomplish in your life, even if you're poor. When you start out poor, like a lot of us, and not a lot of stuff has been handed to all of us. So we've definitely earned it. And he showed that you can persevere through pretty much anything. So, and that his battles with PTSD um, can definitely hurt relationships, and how you can overcome those with the willpower to do the right thing. So yeah, so that's a synopsis of
Woo!
just what I've read in the past. It's taken me almost 2 weeks to read that book, but it's because every night I read about 15, 20 pages. I take some quotes from it. I take some stuff. I write it down in my journal, and I'm going to start using that stuff. So good.
On the way to Louisville, I finished an audiobook myself. Let's see, what's it called?
Well, I will be sending this to you, Doc, if you don't have it already.
My
So
man.
I'll be sending it to you.
It's called The Courage to Be Disliked by Shiro Kishimi and Fugamati Yoka. Koga.
Nice.
Do we have a book recommendation channel in MVP?
You're asking because you didn't see it, or you're asking because you want it?
I haven't seen it,
You see,
but I definitely
a
want it.
great book for you to be How to Influence Friends and Family by Dale Carnegie.
Yeah.
So this is the first book I've read in I can't tell you how long. I can't tell you how long since it's been since I read a book.
It's
And it got sent to me, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read it, and I have actually enjoyed it. At nighttime, instead of scrolling through Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, I read before I go to bed now. So that's been pretty cool.
Bonk, I'll definitely bring it up. See if we've been tiddling with that idea for a while. Because people want to learn, and when people start learning, they start grasping. They're like, hey, what else? What else? What else? What else? And like you said, oh yeah, create a ticket. Perfect time. Bonka?
Exactly. I was going to say this is the best segue ever. So, hey guys, we have a new ticketing system. This is for suggestions or anything that you want to see added to MVP, any concerns, anything that you want to bring to our attention. Just so you know, it's not anonymous, but only 3 of us see it. Not even the administrators see it.
I
So,
don't see it.
yep. So we can I just want you to know, just feel free to voice your opinion or put anything that you want out there. But that's the best way. Blanca, create a ticket. And yeah, I think that's actually a really great suggestion.
Whether it's good, bad, if there's a grad complaint, a compliment, whatever it is, like I said, this only goes to specific eyes, like Miss Plum said, I'm sorry, it goes to specific eyes, and only certain people can see it. So if you have some amazing ideas like that, the book idea, it could be something that we can bring up. I don't know if anyone, I was gonna ask, anyone else reading, listening, listened to something recently that like piqued their interest?
Sisters Who Kill, I'll be telling y'all about it. If y'all like murder mystery. Sisters Who Kill is a wonderful podcast. It's 2 Black creators they don't have a large production. They have a very small team, so you can definitely tell that in their production, and it's pretty awesome to listen to where they've started to where they are now. You can tell the difference in the creation, but they take like the title says, they take black murderesses, they like call them murderess, black murderesses, and they tell their story of how they became murderers. They tell you from the beginning of life all the way to the day of conviction. A lot of them are just like an hour long, some are shorter, some are longer, and it honestly keeps that's what I listen to. If I listen to anything, that is what I've listened to.
Give me a second.
Uh-oh. It's a dog. The dog has got to go boo boo.
That was my dog, by the way.
Look at him. Man, what's that life like? Ah, man, Sir Hop a lot.
Savage.
Hello. So about books, I don't know if it was a question, but I just unmuted.
Yeah.
I just started a book, se llama How to Meet Yourself in Audible. So this book, Martincito actually told me about this book a couple of years ago, and I had like started the book maybe, I don't know, maybe the intro, but now I actually got into it and it's pretty good. In addition to that, because I do, that's not true. I'm gonna say I do daily devotionals, and it's so not true. I try to do them daily, but when I do them, I do notice that I feel better. So those are things that I do or read or hear. I haven't mastered reading before bed yet.
Sorry, I thought someone came into the house. I was like, yo, what?
I bet you looked real tough going out there, huh?
I have a love-hate relationship with reading at night because sometimes when I'm reading,
Uh-huh.
I can read to myself and I can read really fast and I'll get through something really quick. But sometimes when I need more help focusing, I always buy the Audible to it so I
Mm-hmm.
can listen to it. And so the hate part is like sometimes I'll fall asleep because it's such a good story. Like it's just so comforting that I'll fall asleep and then the next day I have to go find wherever it was that I fell asleep and then like re-listen to that.
Does anybody sleep with noise? Does anyone use anything like just completely silent and dark or noise?
Uh,
I'm asking because I know that babies do really good with it, and I recently started falling asleep when there's noise in the background. I don't know. I fall asleep so much easier. I've noticed. What about you guys?
So I've actually started using this YouTube channel, and so there are certain frequencies that they say can like help when you're sleeping. You can listen to them, and it's supposed to do certain things. I don't know if any of it's true, but it makes me fall asleep really well. And I know that when I go and get my eyelashes done, my eyelash lady has this CD that I start snoring immediately. It's crazy. And it's some relaxation CDs, so it for sure works.
listen to thunderstorms. I used to listen to storms. When I lived in West Virginia, obviously the Northeast gets a lot of rain, and so I lived in the attic, and I had a tin roof. So the rain falling on the tin roof, amazing. Now, if you live in an area that gets a lot of rain, I don't recommend because every time it rained, I'd always get instantly sleepy. But rain sounds always put me to sleep.
I use the deep sleep playlist on Spotify. So before my current job, I was lifeguarding, so like water noises, I had to stay awake. So I taught myself to be awake when there's water noises. So I found the deep sleep, and then like piano seems to wake me up, but strings and wind instruments, they typically help me fall asleep. So I think it's just playing around until you find some noises that help you.
Or cartoons.
I've I've just
Or I put that new J-Lo movie on and I fell asleep for 4 hours, so that works too.
Nightmares.
complete silence and just everything has to be turned off for me. Like I don't like to have like a little light on or anything like that. I like it all dark. And um yeah, I don't like noise. It's not my thing anymore. It makes me more tired in the morning. That's just me though.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Because I like with my kids and everything. Like even having them little, look, what would really work for me is just complete darkness and silence. And I would be really moody. Any little noise that the kids would make or anything that would instantly wake me up.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, because just I don't even know how long, but I don't know. But since I've been, there's like um some noise in the background. Oh my gosh, I fall asleep so good. Like there's drool on on my not even I don't even need pillows sometimes. So no sé, está. I suppose we changing that too, right? Because before, like I said, I would find it very difficult to fall asleep if it was in dark or in silence, and
Mm-hmm.
now I really like and
You
enjoy
need.
some background noise.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, this has been amazing. Such a good time to be back. I wish Rojo was here so we can thank him for holding down the fort for the MVP morning mix. Really appreciate it. This has become a staple to all of us. And, I can't wait to continue doing this come in the future. We will be changing the time to 6 a.m. in the morning Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So be ready for that change coming up.
That's Monday, right?
C,
Okay.
my man.
I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention. What is the time change?
So we're gonna start doing it at 6 a.m. our time.
Good thing I haven't been around too much. You'll get used to not seeing me.
I
But
was
The
thinking
morning
the
mix
same
at 6
thing.
a.m. Wow.
It's my work. That's the only reason why.
no, I completely understand. Totally
I
get
was
it.
late.
All sweaty
I
after
was
the
late to the conversation, but I wanted to recommend this book.
Yeah, tell us about the book.
If you're interested in learning chess, this book starts at like this is what the pieces are called, this is how they move, and it's like step by step chess puzzles. And how it's written is you do one page at a time, you flip, and then you turn the book up like upside down, and then you do the same thing. And it's written this way so you can't cheat on the next page. And it's instructional chess puzzles to teach you how to play chess better, checkmates, stuff like that. So it's it's very very good book. I think it's like $8, $9, something like that.
Ooh,
It's
that's
called
neat.
Bobby
Well,
Fischer Teaches Chess.
Thank you, bro.
Is
Hell
it
yeah.
is it the wheel time?
It is the wheel time.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it again. Thank you, everyone that's here. Thank you, everyone that's streaming right now. If you have anyone in your community that you want to put into the wheel, this wheel, it's a $10 gift card that we do for everyone that's participating here, being a part of everything that we're doing here, and just helping bring awareness of mental health. Those that are streaming, please give us the name so Mr. J can put it in the wheel. Let's see. I got Delta Force that likes to fall asleep with his farts. I don't know how that goes, but I bet he's got a lot of pink eye. Doro Signs, my man Signs. Thank you for being here. Deactivated Styles. Gamers Forte. Drunken Dagger. Leaky Leak. If I'm missing anyone, please type in one in the chat. I'd love to put you a part of it. And then if you win, make sure you send Ms. Plum your email so we can get you that $10 gift card. Miss Jade Maid, you're in there. Jade? She's not. She's Jade. Yeah, she is. She's like in the middle.
We
Jade.
forgot Brittany. Don't forget Brittany.
Pooh.
30,
No, don't put
36 now.
Brittany. Okay.
We don't. Brittany,
Hey, did y'all put Leak in there?
Leaky's in there.
Okay.
Right under Jade. Going
Did Doc's
once.
foot get one? Doc's foot.
Yeah, I should get two. Going once. Going twice. Remy gets one? No? Oh, let's go. Spin that wheel. Jade!
Hey!
Good job, Miss Jade. Congratulations. The boot.
Rigged. This is rigged.
All
And
right,
again,
I gotta head out. Bye, guys.
bye.
Bye.
Again, thank you everyone for joining us. Appreciate you guys. Thank you all the
Going back to
MVP.
playing StarCraft.
StarCraft for 2 hours.
Yay!
I'll be back there in a minute.
I'll join you in a minute.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Really appreciate y'all. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're going to start at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern time. We have to change times so we can accommodate, everything that's going on here in MVP. We're going to go ahead and pass the stream. We also have the Salty Sailor Talk Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and Mobility Strengthening, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time. I want to thank all those MVP members and affiliates that did the 24 for 22. I really appreciate it. It was the team, the core people that we push and we do this. We were out in Louisville, and there's a lot of people that stepped up to the plate. Really impressed a lot of us, and man, we can't thank you enough. Really appreciate all the help. Jay, you the man. Miss Plum, what are you gonna do? You gonna play some StarCraft?
Yeah, with Pooh, we're gonna play that one mode if you want to play.
What are you gonna do, Doc?
Ah,
You gonna play
Jay.
some StarCraft?
Yeah.
Jay has been waiting for you to come back. Just FYI.
Jay's
You guys
been
know
waiting
him.
for me to play Destiny. I want to go slap at the base, man, and he doesn't
If
want
you want to
to.
play Call of Duty, I'll play Call of Duty. I haven't played any Call of Duty yet today, so I have no reason to hate it just yet. I'm the type of person that's every day is a new day. You know what I'm saying? Like I hated Call of Duty yesterday. Today is different. Who knows? Maybe I'll enjoy it today.
Bet I'm gonna go raid you, Jay. But
All right.
let me pull out and see you guys in a
See you
bit.
guys later.
Later. Yeah.
Wait, stop what you're doing right now and check this out.
Our mission at My Veteran Passion MVP is to elevate awareness of veterans' mental health. Through both physical and virtual platforms, we empower our nation's warriors and continue the battle against veteran suicide to ensure a smooth transition for veterans into civilian life while preserving the camaraderie they cherished during their service. Through diverse events, social and virtual gatherings, we provide connections, resources, benefits, and education.